Well, we've been married over 43 years. We're going to come up on our 44th this summer. I did remember. Well, we're Dan and Kerry Elliott. We've been coming to South, it almost seems like forever, but it's not. I think I've been on staff a little over 20 years. And at present, I am the pastor of community care, and I love doing that. Hey, and you were a great teacher.
So I do love children, and I love being with kids, and that's kind of my passion.
Yeah, we had no doubts whatsoever that we'd probably have a typical family. But then it was shortly after seminary when we went back to Lancaster and planted a church that we really started planning to have kids.
But 5 years passed, and so we began to do some infertility testing to see what was going on.
Kerry went through a few surgeries. We got pumped up with all kinds of hormones, but nothing materialized.
There was a point there when he said, I declare you infertile because there's nothing more we can do.
Yeah.
And after 2 surgeries and lots of infertility drugs, the diagnosis was not pregnancy, but breast cancer.
I really struggled with God at times during that. I felt like I so much wanted to protect her. I so much wanted to intervene. I couldn't do anything. It was one thing for us to try to have children and be told no. It was another thing then to realize that, wow, because we were trying to have children, possibly, I could have given my wife cancer. Who knows? Because I wanted to go in this way. I was kind of ticked at God during that time. That was an intimate struggle. I knew he would be there. I knew he wasn't going to leave me. I knew he wasn't going to turn his back on me just because I got angry at him. But I needed to vent.
Walking through that was definitely a closed door. So then we knocked on the door of adoption.
We kind of heard from the adoption agencies at that point that we were too old.
Yeah.
And so we were rejected by many of those agencies. So then being a pastor, having relationships with people, there were 3 different adoption situations that came available. And we found ourselves on a roller coaster because all 3 of them fell through.
So there we were again with another door closed.
And that hurt.
And it really hurt. There's a saying, when God closes the door, he opens a window, and I would really rather say, because that feels trite to me, that when God closes a door, he opens an avenue for trust, like a pathway for trust, to lean into the unknown, because that's exactly where we were. So I continued to teach because I still loved teaching, still love kids. But then another very respected friend that we highly regarded as a godly man had a vision, and he told us that yes, God was going to give you a child, and it was going to be a girl. And he said, I hesitate to share this because I don't share visions that often. But he said, you're going to name her Grace because she's going to be God's gift of grace to you. That was another plan, another path we thought God was leading us down.
Yeah.
Okay, God, you're
going to do it.
You're going to do it. We heard from somebody we really respect. Time passed, and that didn't happen.
One time we were with the students here at South. We were on a missions trip to Mexico, and I preached the sermon. And in the context of the sermon, I think you shared your testimony. The whole church came forward afterwards and laid hands on us and prayed.
The pastor's wife put her hand on my stomach and whispered in my ear, "Go home and get your nursery ready." So you see, there's been a lot of very well-meaning and intentional people in our lives who thought too that God had was going to open that door. But he did not. I don't usually say, oh, God will open a window for you, because I don't know. The windows he opened were breast cancer and infertility for us. Those were the doors, the next windows. Someone told us once here at South who had lost a child that the saying that God has a wonderful plan for your life really should be that God has a plan for your life that will make you wonder. And I thought, yeah, that's true. And that's okay, because we don't see the whole big picture.
Yeah. I remember there was one good friend here at South that just said, I just want you to know your identity is not in having children. And that hit us. Yeah, I think that was a gift because we were feeling very broken, like we were incomplete. Kerry's teaching just went to a whole new level when she came to grips with that. Some way it makes us deeper. Some way it gives us more compassion.
Okay, we're gonna walk through this, and we're gonna wrestle with it. We're gonna be sad and we're gonna be angry, but do not leave us, because that's the promise you gave us. You will not leave us and you will not forsake us. And one of the ways that I saw that work out with kids is that after I had my cancer at school and I was teaching and shared honestly with the kids that it was a struggle and there were tears and I had no hair, and so they got to see my bald head. And the next year, one of those kids came back to me and said, Mrs. Elliott, my mom has cancer this year. And guess what I told her? I told her she can trust you. Well, that just made my day because, that's just what I wanted them to hear, that this is the God who can be trusted even in the hard things.
There's something about our relationship that has become stronger, definitely stronger.
And we've walked through infertility and cancer together twice. I'm a twice cancer survivor, and we're infertility specialists now.
Yeah.
Because that little path will not ever happen now, but that is what has drawn us together. I really believe that.
Love it.